can you just put a hand up if you can hear me and if you can see my screen? Fab, fab. Okay, so welcome to week 1 of our 12-week rolling training programme. Now, these slides are put together by some of the UK leaders, and they're going to give you all the information that you need to have an absolutely fantastic forever business. The training is going to run over 11 weeks, and on the 12th week, we'll actually have like a big team sizzle. So we're going to be going into more detail and hopefully covering lots of the common questions that we all have. In these slides, in these trainings, so we have a lot more product information, and we're not just going to be hearing from the Sunshine managers, we're also going to be hearing from some of you guys as well. So for those of you that don't know me, my name's Claire Martin, and I joined Forever actually nearly 2 years ago. To be honest, before I joined, I was really sceptical. You know, I didn't think I had enough time, I didn't think I had the confidence or the know-how to try anything new. But the lure of earning an extra couple of £1,000 a month soon outweighed any self-doubt that I had. And I kind of realised that as soon as I got the products, I fell in love with them, and I thought all I've got to do is recommend them to people, so you help people. What I love most about Forever is you're never on your own, and there's always someone there to hold your hand and to help you. So my belief in the company and the products grew really, really quickly, and I soon started ticking off lots of company incentives. So I've actually achieved Senior Eagle Manager, I've qualified for Car Plan, I went to Global Rally in South Africa, and whilst I was there, I picked up a share of the company profit, and in a few weeks' time, I'm going to Greece to the Eagle Manager Retreat. These are all things that I never, ever imagined in the beginning that I could achieve. So I think also it's important to say at this point that you know, everyone's journey is different. So it's up to you. I only ever joined to earn an extra couple of £1,000 a month, but then I decided to run with it. So if you just want to earn an extra couple of £1,000 a month, then that's fine. It's all up to you. You know, it's your journey. Everyone's journey is different, and you can go at your own pace. We just basically help you achieve whatever it is you want to do, and we show you how. We've just got to really learn the basics, and that's understanding the business and the amazing products. So then whatever happens next is up to you. The secret basic is really simple. We just learn the basics, master the basics, and then we teach others to do the same. So what kind of things are we going to be covering in these 11 weeks? Right, we're going to be talking about expectations and how to help you achieve them, how to get organised so that you can work efficiently in the pockets of time that you have, how to be social media savvy, you know, who's your target audience, who are you appealing to, how to organise your accounts, and we're also going to answer all your common questions and the frequent questions that we get asked to. We're going to be working on improving our mindset and how to set goals. We're going to help you to write your business and your product story, and we're going to be talking about why 4CC is so important and how to do it. We're going to be giving you lots of different ideas and ways to retail the products. We'll be looking at where and how to find your customers and how to look after them and help them to become repeat customers, you know, so they keep ordering from you time and time again. We're going to talk in a bit more detail about our amazing C9 and the new F15 programs. And we're also going to be talking about the often overlooked Vital 5. We're going to help you with recruiting by building that all-important who do you know list. And we're going to help you to make contact with people as well. We're going to be looking at how to deal with disappointment. It's an area that we all go through, and it's really important that you know how to handle that. We'll also cover compliance issues and give you ideas how to present the business to people. We'll be talking about how to plan your new team members and do volume mapping. So you know how important it is to map your business and your team's business as well. And we're going to be talking about the amazing incentives that Forever has on offer for us. We'll be going over the steps to manager and how to become a leader. As you can see, there's lots and lots to get covered in these 11 weeks. So we want to be able to go into a bit more detail about these topics. So you really have all the tools that you need to have an amazing business, if that's what you want to do. So what are we going to be covering this week? This week, we're going to be talking about actions, expectations, and results. We're going to help you get organised. I'm going to talk about useful websites, some dates for your diary, how to get your who do you know list working, putting a 7-day plan into place, and your frequently asked questions. So make sure you've got a drink, pen, paper at the ready, and that you're sitting comfortably. Let's get started. So expectations and results. This is actually expectations of you guys listening in now. There's 11 sessions. We need you to be really focused on them. It's only an hour a week. It's every Sunday at 8 p.m. It's not going to change. We're always going to have it at the same time on a Sunday. So this is like your hour in the office. But your office can be anywhere. It can be your kitchen, your sofa, even your bed, wherever works for you, just to listen in. This is really everything that you need to kickstart your business. We're committed to helping you. You know, it takes quite a lot to plan these webinars. So all we're asking of you is that you listen in for an hour a week. And we need you to be positive and enthusiastic, you know, always look on the bright side. And we don't just want you to listen, we need you to put it into practice. So practice and do, practice and do. And you need to step out your comfort zone. You know, you hear this quite often with Forever, but really outside your comfort zone is where the magic happens. And embrace changes and new ideas. You know, Forever's different from anything you've ever done before. It's new to all of us. Like, it wasn't like you did GCSE and network marketing. We have to keep an open mind and be like sponges, soaking up all the information that's available to us, you know, especially in the beginning. And commit to being the very best version of you. On this slide here, it's a really fantastic quote saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. We have to make a plan. You know, plan your days, plan your weeks, your months. Set a 3-year goal, a 5-year goal. Don't leave anything to chance. It says here, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Think about why you started and hold on to your dreams, and we can help you achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. So, just 1 second. I'm on a clean 9, just drinking my aloe vera. My 4th one today. Right, so let's have a look at how you can get organised with your Forever business. You know, we've got so much information out there to help, and it's all at our fingertips, really. We just need to become familiar with these pages and sites because all the information is here. So I suggest maybe even take a screenshot of this slide because it's got the websites that you kind of need to know, and it's where you can find a lot of the information. We've also obviously got our team pages, which are great. You know, sometimes with the team pages, try and make sure you try and look for the information first. And on these websites, you can actually find a lot of the common questions that people ask about the products, especially. So you've got foreverliving.com. So this is the official site where you can log in and review your business. So on here, we can see how many case credits we've done, how close we are to promotions, and we can also see what's happening in our teams. From this site as well, you can also access 360, which is a great site, I would say, when you've got teams, so you can see further down in your team and what everyone's activity is. On 360 as well, you can actually also have your own website, which is quite cool. So there's loads on here. You just need to log into this with your Forever ID number, and you should have been sent a password for this when you joined. If you're brand new and you don't yet have a password, ask your upline to email the office and get the password for you. Once you get the password, you can basically change it to a password of your choice. And then you just need to put in your Forever ID number and your password. So I just save it to my phone or my iPad in case I forget it, so that it's always there. And then you've got Forever Knowledge, which is basically a UK site, which we actually don't have access to here, but for any UK team, it's brilliant. Then discoverforever.com, which is a great tool for building internationally. It's got all the head office, contact details for each country. It's going to help you with signing and what the different processes are for different countries. Then we've got QLS, which is a brilliant site. Actually, this is run by John and Jane Leach. I really like this. It's got like little 4-minute videos on that you can send out to prospects. It's also really good because you can see when they've watched the videos, so you can, you know, if they tell you they've watched it, you can check that they've actually watched it. And they've got some really good training pods on there. And this one is actually £7 a month to subscribe to. So, you know, it's up to you. If you think it would help you, then subscribe. I've definitely found it a really good one. And then we've got PowerPod. To be fair, we all need to sign up to PowerPod. This is a power team training tool, and it's run by Natalie Healy and all the top UK leaders. It's £2 a month, which is roughly 11 dirhams, and the money even goes to charity. So on here, there's loads and loads of training videos. Really, it's a massive information. You can find business presentations that you can send to prospects, 5-minute videos, lots and lots of product training, including some fantastic training on Vital 5, C9. You know, it's really good to try and listen to a couple of these videos a week. It's especially, you know, to help your mindset as well. I find it's really, really good. You know, so you can find so much information on these sites. And then, as I said, we've got our team pages as well. So, for example, my team page is Sunshine page. Then, depending who your upline manager is, you might be on another team page as well. So, you know, all of us as leaders have slightly different styles of leading, which is why we break off and have our own team pages and groups. So Sunshine page is mine. Then you've got Zoe and Amanda and Helen, who are the Harmony managers. Claire Thompson, who you're going to be hearing from in a short while, who has Dream Team, Val, who has Sparkle, and then you've got fabulous Carla Gellard, who has Carla's Dream Team, Hannah and Kelly have Empower Success, and Victoria has Team Vida. I think that's everyone. And then you've obviously got Synergy, which is Samantha Pearce, who is our UK upline. That's her team page. So these pages are really good because they've got loads of information in the files, and they're also a great place to come to for motivation, ideas. You know, and like I said before, always try and use like the search function on these groups, because a lot of the questions that you have, you'll probably find that the information is actually already there. But in saying that, you know, we encourage questions because we've all got millions when we start. And no questions are silly. You know, if you're thinking something, then guaranteed someone else will be thinking it as well. But, you know, do a quick search. 9 times out of 10, you'll probably find that information is already there for you. Write some dates for your diary. As I said, this training will run every Sunday evening at 8 o'clock. It won't change, so mark it in your diary now. And then we're also lucky enough now to have weekly business presentations. Sorry, just saw a message pop up. Weekly business presentations being ran by Claire Thompson in Dubai, who you'll be hearing shortly, and Victoria, who is running one in Abu Dhabi. These business presentations run on Monday evenings. In Dubai, it's at the TCOM office, and it starts at 7 o'clock. And Claire does alternative weeks with Julie Buck, who's also really good. And then in Abu Dhabi, it's at head office and starts at 7 p.m. And I just was talking to Claire earlier, and actually, it's Julie Buck that's doing this Monday, tomorrow, and Julie Buck is also doing next Monday, but really exciting. Oh, I hope I'm not like stealing your thunder here, Claire. But Claire is actually going to be presenting the business with Gemma Easton a week on Wednesday. So that will not be one to miss. Like really, if you've got any prospects, try and take them to that. That is going to be absolutely amazing, and it'd be really good to go and show support for Claire as well. But other than that, you've got basically every other Monday with Claire at the TCOM office. You know, the importance of attending these business presentations, I can't stress it enough really, because even if you don't have a prospect, it's great to attend because you can get really excited again and you can understand what amazing opportunity that we've got our hands on. And then we've got Team Sizzles. Sizzles basically just a word for like a group get together. I didn't really understand it when I first started. I was like, what's a sizzle? But what we're going to try and do is once this 11 weeks of training is finished, is on the 12th week, do a Team Sizzle. It might be on the Sunday night. We might try and do it at a time that suits people a little bit, maybe in the weekend or something, where we can just get together for a couple of hours. It's really casual, informal, nice to meet everyone, and just bounce ideas around and do a little bit of training as well. And then we've got success days. Now there is a success day on Friday. So this is a big event put on by the Forever Middle East, where people get recognition for all their hard work and their promotions. I think actually more tickets have been released for this Friday. It's at the Armani Hotel and it starts at 4 o'clock. It's 150 dirhams. And it's really good, you know, especially if you've been 4cc active. I think for 3 months you get your pin. You get sashes for any promotions. It's just really nice to see other people getting recognised for, you know, their hard work and for what they've achieved. I've actually not been to one before because the timings are it's always been when I've been away, and it's actually quite a new thing that they've started doing them in the Middle East. So I'm sure you'll be getting lots and lots of feedback from this on the team pages, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. So, getting organised. Now, I'm not going to talk to you about your who do you know list because actually we'll be talking about that later. I just want to talk to you about how you can get a bit organised. You know, we've got lots of Facebook groups. It's really easy to get distracted and you can find yourself really busy doing nothing. So be super organised and super strict with your time. Some of the top business builders in Forever, they work it around their full-time jobs, but what they do is they have a plan and they stick to that plan religiously. So a really good thing to do is if you go out and you buy some A4 folders with the month of the year dividers, also a 1 to 31 set of dividers and some clear plastic wallets, also get some highlighter pens. Now, just say Victoria did a brilliant little video on this, on how to organise the data, and it's on Sunshine page, so I will try and bump that up so you can watch it, because it's maybe a bit easier to watch it rather than for me just to kind of talk about it. But what the key is that you're keeping track of all your customers and the people that you speak to about the business as well. So let's say, for example, Rachel buys an aloe vera gel on the 1st of June, and you know that you've told her that she should be taking 100 ml a day, and it will last for about 8 days. So what you do is then on the 6th of June, you'd pop it in a file that you need to contact her and ask her how she's enjoying the product and when you can get the next bottle to her. Because did you actually know that it takes 6 times of following up for customer until they contact you? Because it's all about convenience. Because, you know, if you think about it, if you needed petrol, for example, do you drive to the garage with the best attendants or the best suites? No, you go to the most convenient one. So are you convenient for your customers? Are you following up with them? Are you reminding them what they need? By keeping good records, this will really help you stay on top of your game, and likewise for prospects. So if you speak to someone about the business and they say, oh, sounds great, but I'm a little bit busy with, you know, X, Y, Z right now, then pop it in your file to contact them again in a month's time. So every time you make contact, you can just then move them in the file accordingly, so that basically you're never going to miss an opportunity. Plus it looks really professional, and plus it makes your life a lot easier. Now I'm loving the 7-day plan because it is so important, because I have to be organised with Forever, because like many of you, I work this around my other job and my family commitments as well. So every Sunday night, what I try to do after the training is I basically write a plan for the week. So I'm going to write down, like, first of all, I've already got in my diary like all my clients and all the non-negotiable stuff like school runs and any commitments with the kids and family stuff. But then what I'll do is I'll fit my Forever work around that. So in the small pockets of time that I have, I'll then mark in, right, I've got an hour there, and I'll highlight it and say, right, I'm going to do Forever stuff then. So I have to be really organised. So then on the Sunday night, when I write a list, I'll think about who I'm going to contact, prospects I'm following up on, if I'm going to do any adverts that week, if I've had any good little brainwaves for adverts on my business page, if I've got any like team stuff to do, planning meetings, business presentations, training, launches, anything like that. I'll get it all down on paper on the Sunday night, then I can tick it off once it's done, because it makes you feel really good when you've ticked it off and you've done it. So the key really with this business is to plan and then to be really prepared. You've got to treat it like a job, because if you don't have any plan, then you're just kind of wandering aimlessly. If you have it on paper written down, you can tick it off and you do it, and you feel so much more in control. Right, you're probably sick of my voice right now, so I'm actually going to hand you over. Oh, that was just about accounts, that's the UK. I'm actually now going to hand you over to the lovely Val, who's got a really interesting product review. So just bear with me 1 second while I have a look for Val. Sorry, 1 second. I just have to unmute her. Just bear with me 1 second. There we are. Hi, Val. Hi, Val. Can you hear me?
I can't. Can you hear me now, Claire?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, I pressed it, but not meant to press it twice. Yes, we can hear you. So I will hand over to you.
Thanks, Claire. Right, for those that don't know me, my name is Val Welding. I joined Forever just over a year ago, thanks to Claire. I'm an assistant manager, and I just love what Forever has given me so far. Freedom, time, amazing friendships, and so much more. I can't wait to see what the next year brings. Anyway, back to my product review. So tonight I'm going to talk about our wonderful Aloe First. I'll start with some general information on the product before I tell you why it's one of my favorite products. The exclusive skin soothing formula provides a first line of defense against minor skin irritations. It is formulated in a base of stabilized aloe vera gel. Aloe First contains bee propolis, allantoin, hope I've said that right, and 11 plant extracts. Aloe First is a must for every first aid kit. Its healing properties are amazing. My kids actually ask me to spray it on their grazes and scratches now, as in their words, it doesn't sting. Now, Aloe First has several different uses. These are a few that I use it for. Firstly, as a hair detangler, it is amazing. My youngest has curly hair. This is the only product I've found that actually works on him. I also use it on myself, and it leaves my hair very shiny. But my 2 new favorite uses for our Aloe First is as a mozzie repellent. My little one attracts every mozzie around. So when I heard about mixing Aloe First and our jelly as a repellent, I was excited to try it out. Well, we just came back from a month on the Kenyan coast, and as you can imagine, there's a lot of mosquitoes there. And Al didn't get bitten at all. As a comparison, last year he came back with infected mosquito bites. It really does work. I mixed 1 bottle of Aloe First with 1 tube of jelly, Shake it well before you use it. And the best bit of it is safe for the whole family. No melting flip-flops onto feet, as I saw another product do to some kids. And lastly, I've started mixing our aloe first with the propolis cream and the lotion. It makes an incredible moisturizer. You can leave out the lotion if you prefer a heavier moisturizer, which it is with just the propolis. I use this on holiday, and even though we were in and out of the sea and out of swimming pools, we didn't get any dry skin, and the kids loved it as well. For that, I mix about 3/4 of a bottle of aloe first with half a tube of propolis and about half a tube of lotion. But just keep checking the consistencies as you mix it to see what you like, and also shake it well before you use it as well. Well, that's it from me. It is a great product that I recommend to everyone. Thanks, and back to you, Claire.
Thank you so much, Val. That's amazing. I have to get involved with that. I keep forgetting to do it, but yeah, that's brilliant. They can keep it whenever you go outside when the weather cools down, is to get rid of all the mosquitoes. So I'm definitely going to do that. Let me just find you to mute you again. Sorry, 1 second. Thank you so much. Speak soon, Val. Oh, you've done it, Claire. Right, hold on then. Right, where are we? Okay, so one last slide for me before I hand you over to the lovely Claire Thompson. So this is about actually, the next few slides are about kind of getting confident and talking to people really. Because actually when you start with Forever, the hardest part is sometimes plucking up the courage to talk about it to people. So, you know, what I have to tell myself is like, would you actually think bad of someone for recommending a movie or a restaurant to you? You know, you'd be grateful to that person. You know, it's exactly the same. All we're doing is recommending amazing products that can help people look and feel better. And we can also share an opportunity that literally can be life-changing. So you shouldn't feel shy to talk about it. We're not pushy or aggressive. We simply connect with people and then we can help them. So there's lots of questions that you can get asked, and I'm actually now going to hand you over to Claire, who's going to share some advice on how to answer those questions. So Claire, are you going to mute me and carry on?
Yeah, and let me just quickly change the screens.
Thanks, lovely.
Have you got my screen there now?
I think I don't know if that's mine or yours.
What is it you do?
I think it's still mine.
All right, I think it is mine, Claire.
Okay.
So, if this does not end up being my screens, guys, could somebody please just message me and let me know? Otherwise, I'm going to be talking to you and no one's going to understand it. But very quickly before we begin, for those who don't know me, my name's Claire Thompson. My journey with Forever started just over a year ago, so it was the beginning of summer last year when I decided to get started. And honestly, I was one of those people that when I saw the business presentation, it was me straight away on the dot. I knew this was something for me because I was a stay-at-home mom. I knew I would want to go back to work eventually, but I'd gotten really, really selfish. I didn't want to go back to working for anybody else. I wanted to be able to work flexibly from home. I wanted to be my own boss, but I also wanted to be able to earn pretty good money, and I honestly didn't think there was anything in the world that ticked off all the boxes. But Forever pretty much got me everything that I needed. Claire, I've just got a message saying it's still your screen. Claire.
Okay, I'll just move them for you.
Hey, you'll move them? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move them for you. It's fine.
Okay, cool. So I got started, and within 12 weeks I'd made that manager promotion. But more than anything, over the last year, my life has completely changed because I've got a really successful global business now. And before, when perhaps I just wanted to start earning a bit of money to be able to afford to go get my nails done without Darren knowing about it, or whatever it might have been, I've looked back and I've actually managed to take the family on 3 incredible holidays. And what's more exciting is Darren has really seen the potential now because we wanted to buy a house by the end of this year. We've decided to put that on hold for 1 more year because I want my dream home And I think we can afford that if I at 1 year to just save whatever I can make. And he actually believes it too, which is pretty amazing for me. So yeah, this time next year we will be looking at buying my dream home, not just the home that we could afford, but one that I actually really, really, really want. You know, the house of your dreams. So yeah, so Forever has given me so much more than just a bit of extra money or something to do. So what I'm going to take you through tonight are some of the questions that are more than likely going to come up when you start speaking to people. And this first question is possibly, in fact it is, 100% the most important. And it's something I've really, really struggled with in the beginning. And that's when somebody asks, what is it that you do? And I remember in the beginning, I used to say, well, there's products and it's aloe, and I help people, and there was no clear answer. But what I've realized over the last year, especially if you're looking to recruit and build a team, is you do not need to know about aloe. You don't need to know the business presentation. You don't need to understand the case credits. All you need is your passion, your enthusiasm, and be able to answer this very, very simple question. And as an example, just the other day, I went to one of my downline's little boy's birthday parties, and I went, and in my head I was like, right, do not speak to anybody about the business. I don't want to go there recruiting. This is her day and all about her. And it was constantly in my head. But unfortunately, it becomes so natural in conversation now that it's very hard not to do. It ended up being, as a result, I'm actually speaking to 3 of her friends to help build her business now. But all that came from it was because I've gotten so confident now going to meet new people and simply just saying, hi, how are you? How long have you been in Dubai? What is it that you do? And just genuinely interested in finding out about them and what they do. But what happens is they turn around and say, so you know, what do you do? And then, well, I'm sorry, I can't not answer that question. So yeah, if you can get really good at answering this and be really passionate and enthusiastic about what you do, it's you that they buy into more than anything else in the business. And that's why this question is so important. So if you can get this right from day one, you can start building a team from day one. So in this example here, they say to you is to have a think about what you're wanting to gain from the conversation. Are you wanting to retail, recruit, or are you going to want to do both? And again, make the beginning and the end really personable. So one of their examples here is, well, I retail a line of beautiful aloe-inspired health and wellness products. I love to make people look and feel good about themselves. Do you have a good regime at the moment? And then you end up leading on to more conversation so that you don't end up doing all the talking. Or you could say, I retail, and then as above, and I also help mentor and help other retailers. I provide training and we idea share to coach them to become successful retailers too. It all started from being passionate about the products. Or another example could be, I'm a business developer and mentor for an American health and wellness company. I get to work alongside everyday people and teach them new skills to create businesses from home. The industry we're in is a huge marketplace and the company operates globally, so we are in a very profitable position. If you're interested in my personal answer and what I do, is it varies depending on who it is I'm speaking to, but most of the time I end up speaking to moms, whether they're working or not, and if they ask the question, what do you do, then I get really, really excited and say, well, I work in the health and wellness industry and I help people on 2 parts. I help them with some incredible products that would genuinely help with their health and well-being, but more importantly, I help other moms like me set up businesses from home so that they can sack the boss and be their own bosses and work flexibly around their children. And that's my answer. That's all I say. And I've never had a moment where I've finished that sentence where somebody doesn't say to me, really? Can you tell me more? And if that situation happens, then I'm like, absolutely yes. In fact, while we've been speaking, I think you would be extremely good at this because of, and then I compliment them on whatever it is that I found out that would be good in this business. Why don't we sit and have a coffee next week and I'll tell you all about it? And that's it. And that's how easy it is, because then you get to sit with them and do a one-to-one. So, sorry, that was a really long one on that slide, but we're going to go on to the next slide now. Is it forever living? Another one that often comes up with this. So instead of, and in the beginning I was very much umming and ahhing as I'm not sure how to answer this, is first thing you do is you've got to be passionate. Yes, it is. Have you heard of us? And they more than likely they'll say, oh yes, I know a few people doing that. So an example of what you can say, oh fabulous, which bit do they do? Do they do sports, weight management, skincare, beauty, makeup, animal side of the business, or general well-being? Because you can say we have so many different sectors, and the great thing about the business is lots of people can do it because we've got such a wide area to cover, and the business is based on lots of people doing a little bit to create a big business. So that's their example. If somebody ever asks me, is it forever living? Oh yes, what is your experience of forever living? For most people, they think all we do is the C9. So if that's what they say, I'll be like, oh my goodness, you haven't heard of the rest of the products? And then I'll go into some of my top 5 products and just start telling them a little bit about that. And I'll go straight away, why don't you, I'll go into giving them my pup basket straight away so that they can try them. If, of course, the aim was to recruit for them and they're a little bit negative about it, I will still ask what their experience is, and then I'll always use the feel, felt, found. And I'm like, you know what, it's really interesting you say that. I have someone in my team who was really, really negative about forever living simply because of the experience she'd had with somebody before. But I'll tell you what, it's not for everybody, but it's worth having a look at if they've obviously been interested in what I do. So why don't I just show you what it's about? And, it may or may not be for you, but it's just worth having a look, and at least you know from the source how it all works. As simple as that. Right, so the next question, actually their answer would be, I wouldn't be any good at sales. So I'll read their example now, which you can read yourselves, but if anybody says that to me, I always say, do you know what? I was exactly the same. In fact, I didn't even want to be in sales, and I never pictured myself in a sales type of role, and I still don't. But what genuinely I'm quite good at is if I go to a good restaurant or if I go see a good movie, I naturally talk to people about it and I'll tell people to go see it. And that's all I do in my business, is I figure out which are my favorite products, and they genuinely are, because I'm never going to tell my friends and family about something that I don't believe in. And then all I do is share what those are, and that's as salesy as I get. So their example here is, I know exactly how you feel because I felt the same, but I soon realized it was actually just me recommending to people. Just like I would if I'd watched a good film, been to a nice restaurant, stayed at a nice hotel. I wouldn't expect you to promote unless you truly like the products, and then when you try them and you do, it happens very naturally. So pretty much the same answer I gave. Right, let's have a look at the next one. Is it a pyramid? Okay, so this was, I love this question actually, because this was my husband's concern, was that it was a pyramid scheme. I didn't actually know too much about what pyramids were, but the best way, what I've learned the best way to answer this is, before you go on the negative about pyramids, is just find out what they mean. Because it may be that they have seen what they think is a pyramid scheme, or and they know that it's some shape of a pyramid, and they're actually really interested and they would like to join a pyramid. So before you go and say, oh no, it's definitely not that, just find out what it is that they mean by a pyramid. So we need to get them to think about the question that they've just asked. So their example here is, they normally say, oh, it's where the person at the top earns all the money. And that's when you can say, oh no, it's nothing like that. And aren't they illegal, by the way? We are a support network to coach and mentor others to grow a business, however big or small. You can earn more than the person that introduced you to the company. It's all about what you're doing, not the person that mentors you. You're always the biggest earner in your business. So if anyone ever asks me this question, my answer is very, very similar. I'll always say, what is it that you, in fact I don't. I start by saying, oh, that's really interesting that you asked that, because my husband Darren thought it was a pyramid scheme. But out of interest, what do you mean by a pyramid? And then they tell me, and usually it's a negative approach. And I'm like, you know, it's a brilliant question, and it's something I had to make sure it wasn't for Darren before I could continue with this. One of the things I learned about pyramids is apparently they're illegal, and we have been approved in over 158 countries. We've also got awards from some government bodies. But more importantly, it's the fact that you can earn more than the person above you, and the pyramid only comes in from when you are introduced to the company, but you get paid about how hard you work. And then I'll often give examples of people I know who perhaps joined later and are earning more money. And a perfect example is Natalie Healy, who only joined the business 8 years ago, but is number one. She's number 2 in the entire world, and Forever's been going for 36 years. Okay, oh, I'll wait and see how you get on first. No problem. I'm super excited because I've got a plan in place to achieve manager by June, earning over 10,000 dirhams per month. The company has an incentive called Car Plan, so I'm mapped out for that by August. Don't feel you have to wait for me, though, to achieve these things. You may only be delaying your plans because we could actually achieve all of this together, and wouldn't that be amazing? So it's just to show them how you could actually do this together, especially your friends. That's really cool. Okay, is it saturated or close to saturation? Have I missed the opportunity? Another one I love, because this was actually one of my concerns. So, you know, before I go into the example here, how I answer this one is, do you know, it's so funny you asked that, because that was one of my concerns. And somebody gave me a couple of examples, which I loved. And one was like Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola is sold in every single shop that you go into, yet they always have to restock. Or I say, you know, it's very similar to hairdressers down the high street in England. How many hairdressers do you walk past? This business is all based on people. So people will choose the type of people that they would prefer to work with. And because the products are consumable, we don't need to have the entire world. We only need to have 20 or 30 customers each. So we're not looking for absolutely everybody. So that's just as an example that I use here. Their example in retail, absolutely not. In fact, it's impossible. The products run out, so people don't buy them just once. It's what we call consumable products. They reorder time and time again. From a recruiting side, it's impossible to saturate what we call a moving marketplace, which is what we as humans are, always growing and changing, people looking for a new opportunity in different times in their lives, people being born, people retiring. When the company first came to the UK 20 years ago, I would have been 10 years old. If someone had spoken to me then, of course, it wouldn't have been the right time for me. The same will happen in our future. So you personalize it to you. So sorry, another thing that I do often say to them, along with the Coca-Cola and hairdressing thing, is that I wasn't even born when Forever started. And actually, that's quite nice, because I always feel like I could be a little bit younger than them then. Okay, so the next one, why are they not sold in shops? Simply because that is how we get paid. Because the company don't have to pay expensive leases, overheads, utilities, staffing, etc., they pay us. We simply work from home or wherever we are, and the product comes straight from head office to us or direct to our customers, and we get paid on the savings made in expensive overheads. Brilliant, isn't it? I wouldn't even change that. That's exactly how I answer. I would want to try the products first. Claire, sorry, I hope you're keeping up with me. So I would want to try the products first. Absolutely, yes, definitely. That's exactly what our company is all about. Why don't I put together they've put together a startup pack of all of our top selling products for you to open and get the products in you and on you. No profit is made by you purchasing this pack, as we genuinely just want people who are using the products to go forward and create a business. So obviously this is just showing them how they can do the business in a box and getting their own products. Often if someone genuinely just wants to see what the products are like first, I will also give them my pup basket so that they can try and actually see how good the products really, really are. What is the startup cost? We've got two options. The first one, absolutely nothing. I can send you an information pack. You can start talking to people about the products. When you've got your first order together of 200 dirhams, that will activate your account, giving you a 15% profit on all future orders. Or our purchase startup pack of 1,420 dirhams, which contains all of our stop-selling products and all of our literature. And that way you get the products in you, on you, you can showcase them to your friends and family with my help. And this is the best way to kickstart your knowledge and your business, because you will get 35 to 48% profit on all future orders and the opportunity to earn a recruitment and team leading bonus. In your startup pack is a business planning book, so you'll also get a 2-hour planning meeting with me to discuss and plan how much you want to earn and by when. So which do you feel is the better option for you? And it's great to give people 2 options, but I always make it very, very clear to anybody starting up that if they want to build a business and they want to start making money back as soon as possible, that the business in a box or our Touch of Forever is the best way to go, because you need to have tools to be able to start up a business. And I also go into the fact, in fact, I often use my example, what I said to my husband was, you know, to actually start up a brand new business and only have 1,420 dirhams to start you up, do you know what? We can forego 2 branches and I can get my business up and running. So yes, I always make sure if somebody wants to build something, that option B is the one to go for. Right, I can't afford the 1,420 dirhams. So again, a great one is doing the feel, felt, found. So I know how you feel. I felt the same. That's when I sat down and really looked into it and realized it was a great opportunity to earn so much more than the initial 1,420 dirhams. Every business needs a set of tools. And actually, I found that 1,420 dirhams to set up a business with no overheads was an incredible find. My job as your mentor would be to work closely with you so you are in profit as soon as possible. I've had people pay for it on credit card and pay it before the bill even comes, or they've cleared out unwanted items and raised some money, or they've asked for the business in a box as a birthday or Christmas gift. If this is the only thing holding you back, I'm sure we can work around it and get a date in to get you started. So there's always just a solution for that. Again, another one that you could do, which isn't ideal because it's not very duplicatable, but is that you have a launch party for them using your products, and then the money that they make from that party can go towards their business in a box. Which people have often done before too. I just don't think I'll have the time. Again, using the feel, felt, found, because most of us have actually thought this at some point. I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same. But when I started to look at times in my day that maybe I was wasting or actually talking to people anyway when I could have mentioned the products or business, and that's also my job, is to help you with time management and show you how I've done it. Okay, yeah, I'll have a think. Just out of curiosity, what more information could I give you to help you make a decision? And then be quiet. Let them think for however long they need, because if you keep talking, they're not going to be able to answer that question, but their response will often amaze you, because more than likely they'll say, you know what, you're actually right, let's just go for it. Or, well, actually, I was unsure when you said this. Could you explain that to me in more detail, please? It gives you a chance to actually be able to answer some of their questions or their concerns as well, rather than just leaving it. Another one, I'll speak with my partner. Brilliant. Why don't I send you the online business presentation that you can watch with him to help you answer his questions? And remember, that's also what I'm here for. So any questions that he does have, just feel free to ping me over a message and we can catch up tomorrow. I usually also remind them of my husband, who was super skeptical. And I say, look, I completely understand. Darren was incredibly skeptical when he first saw this. So just get all their questions down and let me make sure that they're answered so that he comes in as a very supportive partner. Yes, it looks good. I'm definitely interested. Brilliant. I'm going to send you a link. Okay, ours is actually easier over here. And in fact, what I do with people over here, if I've got my computer, is I go online straight away. Brilliant, right, let's log you in now and get you your business owner number, because we can do all of that. It will send you an email with your FBO number, as well as a link to foreverliving.com. You just go and change your password, and we can book in a 2-hour planning meeting. Please start thinking about how much you want to earn and by when, and I look forward to working with you, and welcome to a brilliant business. So keep it really simple. You know, don't miss an opportunity. If someone is saying, yes, I'm definitely interested, and then you start asking questions or going in a different approach, and then they start to wonder, oh, this doesn't, you know, this doesn't sound as simple as I initially thought. You're the professional. You need to take charge. You need to give clear guidance on the next step, so that they know that they are in capable hands. And if you start to question and talk too much, they're going to start to wonder if it's not as simple as it can be. So keep it simple. Right, so now I'm going to hand over to the lovely Karen. And Claire, what I will do, since you've still got this, oh, you won't be able to see my lovely screen with Karen Jude. Sorry, Karen, there I did have a beautiful thing of you, but I'm going to unmute you now. So Karen Jude is going to talk to us about 2 of her products. Let me just find you. Karen, are you there? Karen?
Hi, Claire, can you hear me?
I can. I'm so sorry. I have such a lovely slide with your picture and the products that you're going to do, and it's not working tonight.
Claire, I can see it. It's in front of me.
Oh, you are seeing my screen.
Yay!
Fabulous. Okay, then I could have pushed play ages ago. Okay, hon, off to you then.
Hi. Hi, everyone. My name's Karen Jude, and this evening I was asked if I could do a product review for you. In a moment, I'm going to talk about a few of the supplements that I've greatly benefited from, which are the Forever A Beta Care and Forever Active HA. I just thought it'd be nice to share my personal experience of them. But before I do that, I'll quickly introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Karen Jude, and I live here in Dubai with my husband Paul and 4-year-old daughter Ava. We've lived here in Dubai for over 3 years now, but before moving to Dubai, I worked full-time as a riot squad officer in the Met Police, and before that was working in the health and fitness industry. When we moved to Dubai, my daughter was only 9 months old, and I was keen to get back to work. Obviously, joining the Dubai Police Force or similar line of work wasn't really an option for me. I'd done years of earlies, lates, and nights, working bank holidays, and now that I had my daughter, I wanted to spend as much time with her as possible. In 2014, I trained to be a nursery school teacher, which meant we were able to go to work together with no extra costs to incur. This year, however, it's time for Ava to start school, and the hours I was working at the nursery were never going to coincide with my commitments to her. I needed to be in a position to make the school runs, and since Ava's school is at the other end of Dubai to where we live, I couldn't see how this job would continue to work for me. At the start of this year, I thought seriously about what it was I wanted to do, or even could do when Ava started school. I thought back to a conversation I had with a lady I used to buy my C9s from, and in January, myself and Kelly Jones, we met up again, and she talked me through the business opportunity for a second time. When we first discussed the Forever opportunity 6 months earlier, it wasn't the right time for me, but now I was really excited about it and could see how it would work for me, being able to work from home. So in January 2016, I signed up to Forever Living under Kelly Jones. I purchased my business in a box and worked my Forever business part-time alongside my teaching. 3 months after joining Forever Living, I hit assistant manager, which is where I still am at the moment. So what has joining Forever done for me? Well, since joining, I've been able to sack my boss. I no longer teach at the nursery. Instead, I'm working from home and networking around Dubai while Ava's at school. I'm able to do the morning school runs, pickups, and I haven't needed to consider childcare at all. Since joining Forever, I've met loads of really lovely people, other FBOs and clients, I really enjoy the social side of this job, and I'm looking forward to the cooler months arriving so I can start holding tabletops at upcoming events again. The first product I wanted to share with you this evening is the A-Beta Care. The A-Beta Care is a supplement that comes in easy-to-take capsules, and it's great for your hair. It's been fantastic on my skin, my immune system, and for the health of my eyes. A-Beta Care is a combination of vitamin A from beta-carotene, vitamin E, selenium, and other antioxidants. The reason I started taking A-Beta Care is because I suffer quite badly with dry eyes, and also noticed my vision was quite blurred when driving at night time. My optician suggested these symptoms could be a result of insufficient vitamin A in my diet. In order to get the daily recommended amount of vitamin A, it suggested we should be eating around 10 organic carrots a day. Personally, I'm not a big fan of orange vegetables, so this wasn't going to work for me. When we talk to our children about eating your carrots to be able to see in the dark, there's actually a lot of truth in that. Vitamin A is essential for your vision and maintaining optimal eye health. Since taking A-Beta Care, my eyes are far less itchy, and my night vision when driving has greatly improved. Also, vitamin A and E are great for boosting your immune system. And I found when I worked at the nursery, I seemed to pick up absolutely everything the children had. But after I started taking the A-Beta Care, I didn't seem to pick up half as many other bugs as I did before. I also really like what this product's done for my hair. Since moving to Dubai, I noticed my hair was falling out in clumps when I washed it, and I put it down to the water quality here. The supplement has certainly helped me, and combined with my favourite Forever shampoo and conditioner, my hair is in much better condition, and I'm not losing anything as much as I did before. Vitamin A and E are both fat soluble, and for that reason I take one capsule twice a day at meal times to ensure it's broken down fully and absorbed by my body. It's also suggested that A-Beta Care is excellent for the reproduction of cells, for bone growth, in promoting men's health, as well as being good for the respiratory system and urinary tract. Quickly moving on to my second product I wanted to share with you is the Forever Active HA. It's a product I've greatly benefited from by taking 2 capsules in the morning with my aloe vera gel. As a keen runner and former riot squad officer, my joints, especially my knees and my shoulders, have received a serious battering over the years. Active HA contains hyaluronic acid, turmeric and ginger root, which is great as it lubricates and moistures my joints. I no longer get the same stiffness in my shoulders when I'm training, and my knees have stopped making that worrying clicking sound when I run. Active HA is also fab for adding moisture to your skin, which I think we would all agree that we definitely need living here in the heat of Dubai. I hope this product review has helped you this evening and given you some ideas of what they can be used for, and you're now better able to recommend them to your clients. Thank you for listening in.
Thank you so much, Karen. I believe that was your first time on one of these. That was amazing. I remember the first time I was so incredibly nervous speaking on one of these. So huge well done, and thank you so much for those. Right, so we're just going to finish off now. Social media savvy. Claire, will you just mute Karen as well so she can cough and sputter and do whatever? Thank you. There's 2 of her, it's the top one. So social media savvy. The first time I learned about the social media side and just Facebook and things, it absolutely changed my business like I cannot explain to you. So I never wanted to be the person posting up on my Facebook page about what I was doing or products that I was going to be using, or any. I just didn't want to be, the way I thought about it was in my friends' faces basically all the time. But then they told me about the 80-20 rule. And all that was is 80% of the time my Facebook is for my Facebook. So my friends, things that are happening in my life, my kids, just the normal everyday stuff. But obviously, if we're going to want to portray ourselves as business builders now, it's no longer, not that this has happened in a really long time, but no longer the pictures of going out and getting absolutely, drunk on whatever it is you want to drink, or huge parties, or crazy pictures like that. No negativity, no swearing, because people won't want to work with people who are constantly moaning or being negative or swearing about things. So just constantly just staying positive online. Showing the lifestyle. So I often use, my Facebook anyway is about me being home with my kids, because that's what I say. And I've actually, Neve, who's on this tonight, she came purely from seeing me on Facebook all the time with my kids, knowing that I worked. And she simply messaged me saying, "What do you do?" It was as simple as that, because I'd gotten good with my Facebook. So it was constantly showing the lifestyle that Forever offers me, being able to be home with my kids. Now that I can afford the nice things, I was posting about the holidays that we were going on, the things that I did with them. Just showing that I was representing a global multi-billion-dollar business. So the 80-20 rule was 80% was about me and 20%, so every now and again I would post something up talking about my business. I don't often do products on my personal Facebook page, but sometimes there's a picture of me with a fab drink, or my girls drinking their protein, their smoothies, their protein shakes, they call it a smoothie, their protein shakes, or there's just something in the background, but I never am doing it to advertise that product. It's just kind of there. What I do often do is showcase my business building. So, often I'll have, if I'm doing a speech, or if I'm doing a business presentation, or if there's something I'm really proud of, the picture will be up and there'll just be something about my business on there. But it happens 20% of the time. If you are using it for products, make sure that you are 100% compliant. Don't make any medical claims whatsoever. And then, the main thing is just remember that 20%, 80% lifestyle, 20% direct advertising. You can start that from the day you start your business, because if you put a picture up on your Facebook with your business in a box saying, "Oh my goodness, I am so excited, just starting a new business venture," and that's it. In fact, what I do for a lot of my new team members is I take a photo of us together and I post on their Facebook page saying, "I'm incredibly excited to be working with you, cannot wait to see what the future brings, and congratulations on the start of your new business venture." And just something as simple as that, because their friends will be seeing it, and the amount of times where that picture gets comments saying, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you up to?" It gives them a chance to go and actually speak to people about the business already. So start straight away. And the last slide is our so-called homework. So what we want to do is subscribe and work your way around those websites that Claire was talking about. Book in your events. Guys, if there are still tickets for the Success Day on Friday, I'm completely embarrassed to say that this will be my first Success Day in a year. And what I've realized, because I have a massive, massive goal in my business, and I've been reading loads of books and listening to loads of really, really successful network marketers, and every single one of them say, if you want to be successful, you need to go to every single event. So it's not just to go to the events, but it's to go and to be recognized for the things that I've achieved in my business, to recognize my team for the things that they've achieved, to be able to start building that really strong friendship relationship, that network that we get to work in, to listen to some of the top business builders, to genuinely just learn and have a good time with people who are as motivated as you are. So it's surrounding yourself with those positive people, and that's what you need to do to make sure that you're able to stay the course and build your business. And it's just going to give you so much inspiration that you're going to want to go out there and begin September with a bang. So please consider registering. It's 150 dirhams and so worth it. Again, for the trainings, Claire was saying this every Sunday. Business presentations every Monday night in the offices now, whether it's here or Abu Dhabi. And yes, Claire, thanks so much. I am super excited. I've been invited by my idol in the business, Gemma Easton, to come and present with her next week, Wednesday. I am beyond excited. But even if I wasn't presenting, Gemma is absolutely incredible. So if you want to show people this business, that is the night to bring them to, because what she did in the last 3 years in her business is crazy. And she came from a full-time crazy hour job. So her story is just inspiring. Clearly to me, it definitely is. So that's next week, Wednesday at 7:30. And yeah, the sizzles, anytime anyone like just says, right, come on, let's do this, go and say yes. Surround yourself with the people. Learn as much as you can from the people who kind of know what they're doing. Start your paper trail for your accounts. I think that's more related to people who might be in the UK who have to deal with tax issues. Oh, my thing's in the way. Give me 2 seconds. I can't actually read this. Continue to use the products. So again, find out what your top 3 to 5 are, and if you've been in the business longer, every month just use something new to see what you think about it. Start representing your business on social media. And look into all the local, I know again that's probably for the UK, but if you're worried about tax, look into the local accountants that you would like to use as well. And the last thing that I'm going to add to this homework is get good at your what do you do. Get good at answering that 5-minute, like that just 2-second question, what do you do? Get really, really good at it. Get really excited about it when you answer it, because I promise you that is what is going to build your business. And I think that brings us to the end of the night. So thank you so much, everybody, for logging in. And thank you so much, Claire, and to the speakers. And very excited for the rest of the weeks to come. And that's it. Good night.